your attention, please. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Welcome.
They're here.
Rise, my nation. Gather around and prepare. Our pride will be restored. Our shadow will fall with wicked damnation. Rise, my nation. Rise. This is your nation. This is our nation. This is the Raider Nation. Can you dig it?
What it is, Raider Nation, what it is, happy hump day. Welcome to another episode of the Lunatic Raiders show right here on Raiders Allegiance with your boy Lunatic Raider. We're going to talk about throwing that D today. Throw that D. Throw that D. For those that know, you know. Hey, we're going to talk about the defense today as we inch closer to the debut of this new team with the new coaches, the new offense, the new defense, and the players to be a part of the whole situation, man. We can't wait till Sunday morning as we take on the New England Patriots, man. Yes, indeed, man. We're going to talk about the defense. You know, Max Crosby, Patrick Graham, Pete Carroll, and the boys, how they going to get down with the get down, man. Tomorrow opens the season up with the Cowboys and Eagles. Yes, indeed. The Cowboys and Eagles go at it Thursday night football, bruh. I'm going to be watching to see because you never know. One thing is for certain, two things for sure. We do have the Eagles this year. So I'm just curious, and you know what I mean? Because they made a lot of moves with trades and whatnot this offseason. The Eagles, that is. Cowboys made a big trade too, but I think it weakens the roster on the defensive side of the ball. But we're going to see how these two teams look. Divisional rivals, the defending Super Bowl champs and the Eagles going up against a dry-ass Dallas Cowboy team with an old, decrepit-ass owner. So we're going to see how that shit unravels in front of all of our eyes on Thursday night television, man. And then Friday, we got the Kansas City Chiefs against the Los Angeles Dischargers. That should be a real shitty discharge festival. But we there for it. Sunday is our day. Sunday morning, we are all eyes on us. All eyes on us. Let's go, man. Shout out to everybody watching on Instagram, those that's here on Planet Rock. Yes, indeed, Planet Rock, man. We rocking and rolling, man. Shout out to all the YouTubers as well as the Facebook group Raiders Allegiance, and I'm on Twitch. Yes, I am on Twitch, so you can catch me there at Raiders_Allegiance. Let's get into it, man. Shout out to the world's most dangerous chat. Thank y'all for pulling up, man. There's not too many people pulled up yet. I just put out everything late, but we're gonna rock and roll with what we got, man. Shout out to Sacktown Raider Mike in the building, dropping them things on you.
From out of town. Yeah, there you go.
Yes, indeed. My guy Mike G in the building, man. Salute to you. B. Al in the building, man. What it is, man. For real. Navy vet, my guy, is in the house. And the house is packed. J-Dog, what it is, man. Hope all is well with you. Let me scroll down a little further, man. Shout out to Loby. Man, Loby one, where you been, my brother? I hope all is well with you. Yes, indeed. We in the building this morning. This morning. Remember I used to do the early morning show? Yeah, we got a good little shot where we at right now, man. I like this 3 o'clock Pacific thing. Raider Night in the building. Salute, man. I hope all is well. Top of the afternoon, top of the evening, bottom of the afternoon, wherever you are. SoCal Sal, my guys in the building, man. What it is. Hope all is well. Let me see. And you know he's dropping what on y'all? He's dropping that R word.
From out of town. Yeah, there you go. There you go.
We say Raiders with a hard R. You feel me? With a hard R. Raiders with a hard R. You feel me? Not the ER, but the hard R. Aaron Holloway in the building, man. You already know.
From out of town. Yeah, there you go. There you go.
We keep it active, man. We keep it active here on Raiders Allegiance, man. Shout out to all y'all. I appreciate y'all. And yes, man, we're gonna get into it. We're gonna talk about the defense, man. Hold on real quick. Okay. Yes, indeed, man. We in the building. Okay, so we know Sunday versus the Patriots. Now I heard a content creator, and I agree with him. But he only came with half of it. Shout out to Joe Morley that's on Instagram. Love his takes, love his videos and his lives that he do, man. Got a chance to run into him a couple of times at a couple of events. He said something that was 100% correct. He's kind of his worry of this game a little bit is due to the fact of McDaniels knowing Patrick Graham and knowing Max Crosby and the defense that we have under Patrick Graham. The other thing, I'm not going to counter it. I'm going to add to what he said. I agree with that. But there is also something else that is true. We know McDaniels as well. So we know his tendencies. We know what formations and what he likes to run out of those formations because we dealt with him. Patrick Graham knows this. You know what I mean? So it's not a one-way street. It's a two-way street. Both sides, as far as defense, knowing what the offense can and will do, and vice versa with the offense knowing and anticipating what the defense is going to counter with. But all in all, you have to get on that gridiron and let it be known. Sometimes whose players are more superb than, you know what I mean? Like, you're dealing with a second-year quarterback in New England in his second offense. And in an offense by McDaniels that is complicated. You know what I mean? So I don't care how cerebral you may be, you still need time to adapt to what it is that you're learning. So with that being said, we're talking about week 1 of the National Football 2025 season. He ain't going to have everything down in week 1. He shows promise. He's not perfect. Drake May, that is. He shows promise for New England, but he does not have it yet. You're dealing with Geno Smith as far as battling of the offenses and the quarterbacks. Geno Smith's been around. Geno Smith basically is in an offense that Chip Kelly is going to gear towards around his strengths. So I'm not even worried about the offense because it's a lot of weapons on our team that and just imagine this. Our offense is going to get better. You got young guys and first-time guys in this system with this group of men. And I believe what we did in preseason, a lot of people looking at the win-loss record in the preseason, that's not what they went out there to do. You do want the win, don't get me wrong, but that's not what their number one priority was in the preseason. You know what their priority number one in the preseason was? To figure out who the group is going to be and let them get acclimated to playing with each other. Pay attention to what they did. Now with Porter, you send Porter out there, you baptism by fire. You put him out there with guns blazing and let him get those reps. Let him get those reps. But we weren't tripping off of the win-loss column in preseason. That's not even an issue. Who cares if you win or lose in preseason? What we were attempting to do was figure out like for instance, look what they did with the offensive line during preseason. They were playing musical chairs with the offensive line, JPJ and Meredith. Why? Because they want to see what 5 are the best 5 to put out there. Once you figure out what those 5 are, now you let the reps happen. Let the reps happen so they can get acclimated to each other. And let them keep going, snap the ball, let them keep going through it. Because they got to move as a unit and not individually. Period. So that's exactly what I'm looking at with what we're going to go up against with New England. Now we hit the ground and now we start showing what we do, but as the unit that we chose. We've seen the depth chart. Matter of fact, let me get this depth chart up too now. That's for the game. Where you at, Tick? Bam. Let's send this. I'm gonna open this on Instagram real quick. Let's send it to messages. Undo that nigga. Bam. Bam. All right, let me get up the depth chart, and then we can go over that real quick too before we get into this defense. But we can look at the depth chart as well on the defense. Bam. Let me see where you at. Messages, dog. Messages. Bam. There we go. Hold on 1 second, y'all. Let me pull this up for us. Damn. Damn, I should have just did. I forgot I had sent this to myself in my messages. Shout out to Tamar G in the building. Salute. Hold on, real quick. I'm about to get this depth chart up real quick for us, and then I'll show you the breakdown as far as you can see by the lineup of what they were doing, because it just makes too much sense of why. That's why they weren't tripping off the wins and losses. It was more of Pete Carroll know what he's doing, bro. He's been doing this since I was backstroking in my daddy's sack. You feel me? Hey, Pete Carroll been doing this for a long time, brother. Hold on, I gotta get this. Come on, open up. Son of a bitch. There we go. Hold on real quick. Let me get this. Nope, I don't want to open that. There we go. We want to open this. Let's get this. Bam, there we go. Let's go. Let's get this motherfucking shit cracking, man. We finally made it, y'all. You know how, man, we've been waiting for this all season. Like, man, we just want to get to the season. You freaking fracking right. We want to get to the season. Hot damn it. And now we're here, man. We just a few days away from seeing our boys get out there and do the thizzle. Export. I'm here to export this real quick, man. We're gonna send it to today's show, which is today is the 3rd. Throw that D. I had to put that 2 Live Crew shit out there, man. Depth chart, baby boy. And we don't want it in a PNG. We want it in a JPEG. Bam. There we go. All right. So let me get this shit off of here now. Bam. And then we'll pull this up. Let me pull it up now. All right. Get rid of this. But yeah, the corner position is something that we looked at with the depth on there, and we seen guys that we heard about were moving up and down the depth chart, and now we know what the starter's going to be. James Farpo in the building, man. You already know.
I'm out of time. There you go. There you go.
There you go. Pete Carroll, boy, OG. Let's open this up. Bam. Oh, you open on the wrong screen. Put you over here. Okay, let me go. Let me do this shit, man. Let me do this shit one time. You feel me? Bam. Here we go, man. Let's do this shit like this. We'll move that here. Okay, here go our depth chart right here for Sunday's game. Oh, I made it too big, huh? We're looking at the offense. Let's go down to the defense since we're doing the defense now. So yeah, as you can see over here, defensive end starting with Max Crosby on the defensive side. They got Max Crosby, Thomas Booker the fourth. That was the one that people thought wasn't going to be a starter. They thought that we got burnt in the trade for Jacorian Bennett for Thomas Booker. But Booker shows athleticism, and to see him and with a motor as well. So to put him with Max Crosby, that's going to be interesting to watch. We already know Adam Butler, and we know Malcolm Kuntz is back. this might be a very good front four on the defensive line, just due to the fact that these guys are just gonna come at you nonstop. Now you know the waves of bodies that Patrick Graham and Carroll's gonna throw at you with backing them up is Tyree Wilson, and then you got Jonah Lalulu, Lecky Fatu, as well as our rookie, no, not rookie, but Charles Snowden and Jamal Adams. You know, they moved into the linebacker spot. I like our linebackers with Landon Roberts, Devin White, and also or Jermaine Pratt. So we got a nice solid veteran group. Athleticism. I believe what's going to happen with this defense is that teams are not going to be able to run on us. Plain and simple. This will be a damn good test with Henderson this Sunday with New England. But as far as the run game goes, I don't see. Oh, let me move this over here. I'm tripping. I don't see that being an issue because the way these guys showed from week 1 of the preseason to week 3, they improved on attacking the ball. They're not going to be I'm going to say, and I'll say this, I'll go out on a limb. This defense will be one of the top defenses that stop against the run. Now, the pass is the concern. We know about the corners. Going back over game film, like I told you guys about the corners, is that they're not getting beat, but they are giving up plays. So they're giving up the catches to the receivers, but as soon as the receiver, they're getting tackled. There's no yards after the catch with this defense, but we need the secondary to be a little bit more tighter, a little more stingy against allowing quarterbacks to complete their passes. We want to be able to shut down the lanes to make sure that the quarterback holds the ball a little bit too long so Max, Booker, Kuntz, Adam Butler can get to him. We got the 4 guys that can do it, I believe. I believe we can. I said earlier, a few months ago, that after we lost Wilkins, I said, could you see the Raiders possibly going to a 3-4 to kind of counter that fact that Wilkins is gone? And what I seen was not all the time will we be in a 3-4, but 3-4 will be out there because not just the front 4 shrinking the 3, but we also have Jamal Adams and Pratt and White and Atlanta Roberts that you would like to get out there. You want your best guys out there, linebacker wise. That's our best guys. 3-4 will allow those guys to be out there. So at times you can see a 3-4, 4-3, 4-2-5. You're going to see these defenses out there be a mix, but you're also going to see body. That's why when they said we're going to throw waves at you, yeah, bro, they're throwing waves. But some of these guys only fit certain bases compared to others. Some are better suited, like with nose tackles in a 3-4, 4-3. With our 3-4, we want to get all our linebackers out there. You're not going to run the ball. Throwing the ball is a different issue. I'm not worried about the safeties. Preseason, the safeties were the ones getting the interceptions. Jeremy Chin as well as Isaiah Palomau. So it's the corners that we got to work on. Now, talking about the corners, let's get back to this again. Getting back to the corners, as you can see, who they got listed on the depth chart as the starters, you got Eric Stokes and you got Caillou Blue Kelly. Now, we know Porter was out there predominantly in the preseason, but that was just to get his feet wet and for him to get those reps, because that is going to potentially be our starter, but he's not ready yet. You know what I mean? So now the depth chart is showing that he's right behind. Who do they got? Porter. Darian Porter is behind Kai Blue Kelly. So it's going to be interesting to see what these two dudes do together. I want to see this whole defense be out there on the field and get snaps together to develop that camaraderie and glue. You know what I mean? Where now they're working off of each other. The safeties, the corners, the linebackers, the line. I want to see all them work together and then be one unit, because I think this unit can be something special. But right now, you're only as strong as your weakest link. Now I know that the corners ain't the greatest as far as what we know, but we're hoping. I know Stokes had potential when he was with Green Bay. That's why he was drafted high, but injuries was the ones that kept him from becoming what he could be. Can he do that with us? Can we keep him healthy? That's another point. Health. So far, we went through camp, we went through preseason without major injuries. You got injuries with AOC and Lonnie Johnson, yes, but it's not nothing that like damaged it. It's not like Geno Smith going down or Max Crosby. It's nothing like that. Shout out to everybody out there, man. We got James Furpo dropping them things on you.
Matter time. There you go. There you go.
My 2 cents in the building, man. Salute. So, defense is going to be interesting at the corner spots to see what they do. I already know I think Max Crosby and Booker, that's the potential for damaging a lot of these offenses, to disrupt offenses. Booker is an athletic dude at 300 pounds that's just going to keep coming at you over and over and over again. Max Crosby is the same way. Adam Butler, I know what he can do. We took care of him contract-wise in the offseason, and now we got Malcolm Kuntz back. So the depth on the defensive line, yeah, man, they're coming with it. They're coming with it. Who else did I see on here that was kind of interesting? Nope, everything else, that was the only one. Caillou Blue Kelly and Eric Stokes is what we have. That's the key point of the defense. That's what to keep your eye on, because no matter if you stop the run, if you can't stop the pass, that means it's going to be quicker scores, higher scores. We're going to have to go tit for tat to match up with New England if they come down like that. I don't think New England is going to be I don't think they're going to be a well-oiled machine coming out the gate. Like I said, you got a second-year quarterback and a second-year system. Not a second-year system, and a second system. You know what I mean? With McDaniels coming back to the Patriots. So, but I think, like I said, they worry about McDaniels knowing what Patrick Graham and the strengths and weaknesses of Max Crosby, but in return, so do we know about you. We know how stubborn you are, and we can take advantage of that by, okay, he's not willing to put players on his team in their strength, you know what I mean, on that offense. So I mean, it is what it is. We'll see. Is one versus one. 1v1. Let's see what's cracking. You feel me? Let me see who else we got up in the building. I like our front four as well, Eric. For real. I like that. I like the fact that if we got rid of Jacorian Bennett, we did get something back in return. And a lot of Eagle fans that know their team was like, bro, you guys got you one. We're so deep at that position. That's what I said. When we scour the landscape of these other teams that's releasing players, we got to see what they put out there. Because a lot of times people that they release is not because they're no good. Sometimes it might do to age, and they got a younger guy in that showed their worth. Like, you know what? We're going to bring this young guy in. We can afford to let the older guy go. Or it's just the fact that we're so deep that there's only 53 roster spots. One of those roster spots was Thomas Booker, and we wanted to sign a linebacker or a corner. So they had to make room. Just like in a trade. We gave them a corner. They gave us a DT. I know a lot of people say, why we get rid of Jacorian Bennett? I think we need to address the front four first. You know what I mean? I mean, that is the trenches. That's where a lot of teams start off at with offensive and defensive lines. But we had to start somewhere, you know? But all in all, I can't wait. I can't wait till Sunday, boy. We gonna be litty into city. Simone. Shout out to everybody out there. Alec Yim in the building. Bringing Alex Johnson for a workout. Got the corner trace. Okay. That's right. Hit that like button, everybody. Hit that like button, man. Like I said, I'm just chopping at the bit to get to the game. I'm ready. Hey, Sunday morning is going down. I think I'm going to get up, make a power breakfast. You know what I mean, for my boy and my girl, and watch the Raiders do their thing, man, and take some notes. I will be on. I will come on Sunday night post game just to, you know what I mean, soak everything in. I want to see these other teams get their ass whooped too. You know what I mean? It'd be nice. Well, what Friday is Kansas City in the Chargers. Only one of them can lose. So shit, we asked out on that one. But fuck Denver, fuck the Cowboys. Who else? Fuck the Patriots. Fuck your team. Should I do fuck your team Friday? I might do fuck your team Friday, man. Patriots deserve a good knock upside the head. Especially, I should do a story about Josh McDaniels. Josh McDaniels, the ding-a-ling head coach. I don't know. We'll come up with something. 69. Hey, 69ers is trading for everybody. You know what I mean? They trading for everybody. That's, bro, they trying to win now, bro, but I'm sorry, but hey, bro, you guys will never be, right now, the way I see the NFC, Green Bay, Philadelphia, Washington are scary in the NFC for Niners. Y'all trying to do everything at the last minute. You trading this guy away, getting this guy. You're not going to build a team through trading, bro. Those days are over with you. If you don't build in the draft, sorry for you. What did Philadelphia do? Build in the draft. What did Green Bay do? Build in the draft. What did Washington do? Build in the draft. Come on, man. It's in the Niners is trying to do the microwave thing and try to get an instant gratification of having a good season. Y'all, they ain't gonna do shit, bro. And Purdy is not no elite quarterback. I mean, he just got a lot of good shit around him. But you can't just keep trading, thinking all these trades is gonna make you instantly better. You getting rid of your young Debo gone. Ayuk wanna be gone. You gave all your money to Purdy. Come on now. Exactly. Eagles, the top teams in the NFC, look at them. They're built. All of them are built in the draft. All of them drafted their quarterbacks. All of them drafted players to make their quarterbacks better. And contracts and trades, like when you make a trade, it's not to try to build a team through trading. It's to fill holes. Like, okay, like Green Bay went out there, spent a lot of money, draft picks to get Parsons from Cowboys. It makes sense to me. They had a good offense. They needed defense. You need a pass rusher when you're going up against who's in their division? Who's in Green Bay's division? Who's in Green Bay's division, and then who's in their conference that they got to face? It's a lot of mobile. You got to get those quarterbacks down. You got to get them quarterbacks down. You got a lot of mobile quarterbacks out there that you got to worry about. And Green Bay went, and we got to get them on their ass, and that's true. But you got to. That's why I said the landscape of the NFL, the days of the pocket passer, gone. That shit gone, bruh. And it's only because of what the college level gives you to draft from. I told y'all that before. College changes the way the NFL evolves. If there's no pocket passers to draft, you got to go dual threat. And that's what's coming out of college, man. Everybody is looking at these quarterbacks that's mobile and can throw, and that's what they're drafting, and that's what you see the whole league is now. Your top teams in the NFL is mobile quarterback teams. That's it. We know Patrick Mahomes is mobile. We know Herbert is mobile. We know Bo Nix is mobile. And for us, it's mobile. We just mentioned Hurts is mobile. Love is mobile. I mean, that's all you're gonna see now. So now you got now the defense, and see that in that fashion, that's what makes the defenses of the NFL end up changing their ways. That's why you see a lot of linebackers really built like safeties. We need speed. We need guys that can hit but still have speed. Safeties back in the day they were headhunters. Linebackers, I remember when linebackers was 250, 260. You know what I mean? Not no more. Not no more. Everything that got faster because of the quickness and speed of these players coming out of college at these positions. No more pocket passers. They'll move. They'll boot, scoot, and boogie on you. They'll get out of that pocket quick. Raider Goon in the building, man. Salute. Most Dennis chat. That's right, man. We up in here, man, on this hump day. Jacoby. This is another thing I said. I knew Jack Best was the replacement of Jacoby Myers. I asked people, do you think Jacoby Myers is worth $20 million? Because I know that's what it's gonna be. And this was months ago I said this shit. And people said, no, I don't think $20 million. So what make you think we gonna re-sign him for 20 plus million? I'm hearing in the 23, 24 million range. Nah, bruh. And it's not no knock on him. You don't see. Here's the thing. The thing with Jacoby Myers, and this is the thing that's kind of blurring everything. He thinks he deserves an extension because of what he did last year. And then he said that the team is like, they don't think so. Do you reward a man for 1 year? For 1 year. Like if you marry and you in a relationship and you treated your wife like a queen and didn't cheat on her for 1 year, should y'all renew your vows? And she looking at, well, the other 4 years, you was dick in the dirt. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, I understand. It's the same thing with Josh McDaniels did, but they were dumb and let him walk with Josh Jacobs. But Josh Jacobs wasn't. See, man, it's kind of hard, bro. I like Jacoby Myers. I like what he brings to the team, but we're talking about the value of a new contract for him. Is he? You don't just give a player anything. It doesn't work like that. You don't give a player just anything. Just to keep him. You don't, oh, here's 30 million just to keep you. Why? Why would I give you 30 million just to keep you? And here we got two rookies that can probably surpass you in ability and production. Everybody's, oh, he's our number one. That don't mean shit. Our number one and what the number one in average in the league, he's not on that same scale. You can't, and they said, well, he didn't drop catches. No, he didn't. You think he's gonna do that again? You think he's gonna go another season without one drop pass? He dropped one in preseason. Let me remind you, right in the hands, he dropped it. That was an anomaly. Nobody goes, and when I say nobody, I'm not saying officially nobody, but I'm just saying basically nobody goes the whole season as a number one receiver and not have drops. You know how many targets you get a game and how many games a year you play and the weather condition, and come on. I put $100 down that Jacoby Myers does not go this season without one drop. And here's the thing, and I tell people, he had 1,000 yards receiving. Yes, he did, but do you know what it took for him to get that? It took for him to not have one drop and an offense that sucked at running the ball. Last in the league in rushing. So we had to throw the ball. We had to. Jacoby Myers, look, how many targets did Jacoby Myers have? Let's see. Jacoby Myers stats, 2024. Let's see, 2024 Jacoby Myers. And it's not no knock on him, bruh. I'm not knocking him. I mean, you are who you are. Let's get to the final tally. Okay, here we go. Last season, he had a total of 87 receptions. 87. He was targeted 129 times. He had 1,027 yards. 27 yards is what took him over 1,000. And it took for him to not have one drop in an offense that was inept at running the ball for him to get 1,027 yards. Let me see. Hold on, I'm trying to see. Okay, that's the yards, average TDs. He had 4 touchdowns, bro. Your number one wide receiver had 4 touchdowns. Now, not to mention, we did have upset or diva ass 17 in the mix. 4 touchdowns, but for half the season. And let's see, when did he get those touchdowns? Let's see. After Devontae left, after Devontae got traded, he only had 2 touchdowns. That's Jacoby Meyer, your number one. He was number one after Devontae left. He had 2 touchdowns for you. I don't care how many yards you have in the season. If you don't have any, no touchdowns, you're not scoring. You got to score to win games. You got to score to win games. Remember that game that we played against Kansas City and Kelsey had like 30 yards receiving, but that motherfucker had 5 fucking touchdowns? That's what wins games. It don't matter the yards. But to make 30 up to close to, you think up to $30 million a year because you didn't drop a ball? Come on, bruh. That's why a lot of these teams' salary caps are fucked up, and they pay scale is fucked up because they put money where the shit shouldn't belong. 4 TDs. The Raiders QB combine only through 90. Bruh. But hey, they had to throw TDs. How many do you think they ran for? Let me guess that one. Guess what they rushed for? 2 TDs, bruh. 2. Not total. For the whole year, he had 4, but 2 after Devontae left. So he wasn't the main factor when Devontae was here. We know that. They were force-feeding Devontae. But, or was that last year Devontae was here? Oh yeah, it was last year because we sent him to the Jets, and he thought it was gonna be greener. Devontae Adams thought it was gonna be greener on the other side, and it didn't. Let me see. Oh, damn. You make me feel old, Alex. Hey, you said 25 years since the Raiders' last playoff win. That drought will end this year. Fuck it. I'll say it. Even though I predict 9 wins as the floor, no less than 9. I don't know why people keep thinking even if the Raiders only win 8 games, you double it. You things are not matching up to what the win total can be. You act like everybody we're playing is top in their division. You remember, look, we were 6 in the draft. The draft is slotted by the worst record to the best record, right? From 1 to 32, it's the worst record to the best record. We picked 6, right? We picked. Matter of fact, let me break this down to y'all. I don't understand this shit. Raiders. Oh no. What was the 2024 NFL draft order? Now this is what I'm saying. Everybody expect us to not be great because of last year. We only won 4 games. I understand that. But let's keep it a buck. Is that the 20? Oh, no, 25 draft order. Hold on. 2025 NFL draft order. This is why I think we're going to win more games than not. '25 draft order, fool. Here, I'm gonna bring it up on the big screen over here, man. Hold on real quick. Let me get this shit. Got all these motherfucking screens. All right, let me go to we went to 2025 NFL draft order. Okay, now let me show you this real quick. This is why I don't understand why people just think like how Vegas got us at what 6.5, 6.5. All right, look, this is the draft order from this past season. The first draft pick was the Tennessee Titans. So in order to have the first draft pick, you must have the worst record, right? We play them. Second one, we know the trade happened with Jacksonville and Cleveland. So Jacksonville moved up to Cleveland spot and drafted Travis Hunter. But they had in order for them to jump, where did they jump from? From 5? Yeah, Jacksonville went from 5 to 2 to get Travis Hunter. Let me see something real quick, man. This shit, I don't understand why people want to say this shit. And it's just not adding up. What is all right, so we play Tennessee, the worst record in this past season with a rookie quarterback. That's not going to be a win. That can't be a win. Like, these teams were worse than us. Just think about that. Their record was worse than us for them to draft ahead of us. So you figure Tennessee we play, Jacksonville we play, worse record than us. They were 5th. They were the 5th pick right above us, but still the worst record than us. We play them. They had a worse record than us. Then you got the Giants with the 3rd pick. They're worse than us. We play them also. Come on now. New England with the 4th pick, worse than us. We play them. Cleveland. What was it? That's the one that they traded. They traded from 2 to 5 with Jacksonville. They had a worse record than us. We play them. This is all in the top 10. The worst teams in the NFL are the top 10 teams. We were 6. But the 5 teams worse than us, we play them all. Let's keep going. Who else we got on here? The 10th worst team, Chicago. We play them. So I'm like, we got all these teams that were bad teams. First time head coaches, Chicago, first time with Ben Johnson. Come on, bro. You ain't gonna knock it out the park your first year. And a lot of people compare him to Josh McDaniels as far as coaching style. So don't expect anything great. You know what I mean? You got a rookie quarterback with Tennessee, Cam Ward. Yeah, he was the best in this past draft, but would have had him ranked about 6th the year before. Right around Bo Nix. Even though Bo Nix, I told people about Bo Nix. He's a son of a fucking coach, bro. This has been his life. His dad been putting this in him all his life. He may not be the most talented guy out there, but as an Oregon Duck fan and watching every game he played in, I knew Bo Nix. Oh, it's only because he plays for such a... No, Bo Nix is not a dumbass quarterback. I'm just telling you, he was groomed to be this. He was, put it like this. He was, who had him on their show too? I think Hondo Carpenter got, what's the name that was with us in LA that was out of USC, but drugs was his downfall. His dad was grooming him to be a quarterback. But sometimes you can't force kids to be something they don't want to be, or they're gonna hate you for it. They're gonna hate it, and they're gonna hate you. You let them find their path, and then you get behind them with the momentum and the encouragement. Damn, I forgot his name, bruh. Who was the quarterback the Raiders had in LA that was on drugs? The redhead went out of. See, I got him pictured, bruh. I keep forgetting his damn name. Al Davis took him. God dang it, I can't remember. Damn, it's on the tip of my tongue. Egalitarian, salute to you, my brother. Good to see you. But yeah, man, we ready to rock and roll. What you call it? You think Jacoby had a great year with 1,027 yards, 4 touchdowns? Let's see what his ranking in wide receivers was. What rank was Jacoby Myers at wide receiver for 2024? Not fantasy points. They ain't giving it to me. Let's see. 2024 top wide receiver rankings. Damn, I'm going through all these names. I don't even see his. Okay, here we go. Bowers was ranked 8th in receiving this past season. Jacoby Myers was ranked 20th. So they have him ranked as the 20th ranked receiver in the NFL. That's not great. That's not top 10. That's not top 15. There's only 32 teams. He was 20th. It was a good season. It kind of reminds me of you remember when we had the running back Lamont Jordan and he just barely got over the 1,000. It's like it was more of a focus to get 1,000 yards than it was to win the game type shit. Like I said, it took for him not to drop one pass, not one, just to get 1,027 in a year, in an era where there's one extra game. Where we play 17 games now, and it took you, even though he played in 15, I think he was 2 of them he was out of. It took that many. Well, he could have had more if he would have played those 2 games, but I mean he didn't. It is, every player misses something, but that's not like, how the fuck we gonna say that was great? He had 1,027 yards, right? I'm gonna show y'all, and I'm not knocking him. I'm just saying he is what he is. 20th ranked. 20th ranked. The guy at 19, Flowers of Baltimore, was the 19th ranked wide receiver. And let me see, what was it that I was just looking at, man? I just missed it. Shit. Hold on. Okay, I went too far. So Jacoby Myers had 1,027 yards. The guy right above him had 1,059. 1,059. Hold on. Now listen to this. 1,059 on 13 less receptions. 13 less, he had 32 more yards on 13 less receptions. And that was 19. That's 19 and 20 with Jacoby Myers. Below Jacoby Myers was Ridley, Tennessee. Look, right below Jacoby Myers had 23 less receptions and had 1,007, had 10 yards less. God, bruh. 23 less receptions and only 10 yards short. It took every reception that Jacoby Meyer had just to get 1,027. All 87 of them. Let me find somebody that had almost as many yards. 87. Who had 87? Okay, look. Jacksonville. Thomas Jr., wide receiver, 87 receptions, 1,282 yards. That's all I'm saying. That's not a great year. You just got over the cusp of 1,000, and you had 87 receptions. And people had way more than you and a whole lot less. And then the one that did have as much as you was the third overall best receiver in the league last year with 87, with 1,282 yards. Not to mention 10 touchdowns. Come on, bruh. What are we saying? I mean, you can like a player, but I mean, the numbers don't lie. We get excited. Oh, he had over 1,000 yards. It's an anomaly. He had no drops. You think he never had a season with no drops? Never. This was the first time ever. He never had a season with 1,000 yards. First time ever. Of course, I can see a team saying, okay, it's a prove it. Get out. You're not the only one on the team with a prove it deal. Malcolm Kuntz got a prove it deal coming when he came off of 8 sacks with an injury. Come on. What are we saying? You deserve, out of the years you've been here, 1 year, do it again for a new regime. Come on, man. You know these regimes ain't gonna just go off of what you did last year. Why you think they look? Why you think the regime let what's the name walk? I forgot his name. Man, I'll be drawing blanks. I'm just saying. I'm not saying Jacoby Meyer is not a good receiver. But he's not a great receiver. He's not a $27 million a year wide receiver. And I'll be very, very cautious of paying 20 plus. Just because you had one good year. One good year. That's just like Malcolm Kuntz. Yeah, he showed promise. 8 sacks, bro. I can't in half a season. Because it came towards the end, right? Before he got hurt, when he got hurt. So did Kuntz deserve a $100 million deal because of the 8 sacks he had the last time he played? I'm just saying. You reward those. Like, Colton Miller deserved his money. He got multiple years showing you of what he did at left tackle. He came out slow last year. He had a shoulder injury, but once it showed up, he didn't give up no sacks. We getting excited over a wide receiver that got 87 receptions with no drops, 1,027 yards on a team with no run game that we had to throw the ball. We were 32nd in rushing. We had to throw the ball. Come on now. We've seen AOC out there throwing the ball. We've seen not Garoppolo, but fucking Minshew throwing the ball. Because they had to. We couldn't. What no team playing defense against our run? And I'm not shitting on Jacoby Meyer, but you get paid for what you're worth. If you're not top tier, you don't get top tier money. How many games did Jacoby win for us? With just 4 touchdowns. Put it like this. Ruggs had more game winning touchdowns than he did in the short career he had. I'm just saying. And we know that they want Thornton as their number one. Thornton is their number one priority of making their number one wide receiver. Because Jacoby Myers don't have the size and speed as Thornton. Now he gets open. Yes, I get. It's just like when we looked at Renfro. Remember, everybody wanted to give Renfro top dollar. Raider Shield family in the building, man. Salute to you. Elevated Mind, salute. Check your last comment. Hold on, I gotta go back. I gotta get ready to get up off here, man. I gotta hit work tonight. Get ready for Damn, your last comment, bro, is way. I'm getting to it though. Hold on, let me find it. There it is. Oh, my bad. Okay, I caught your thing. You saying the same thing? You saying the same thing as me? Okay, I'm just covered because there's other people that say what I was just covering. That just pay the man, bruh. Like you said, that wide receiver room has. He's 28 years old. Let's say that too. 28. Does he fit the timeline with our offense? You got a rookie running back. You got a second-year tight end. You got a third-year tight end. You got 2 rookie wide receivers and a third-year wide receiver. You got 2 offensive linemen that's in their second year. You got Colton Miller with OG left tackle. You can always keep them around because great left tackles is hard to find. You know what I mean? You got Glade, second-year lineman. You know what I mean? Does Jacoby Meyer fit the timeline of this team? If you built a team to stick together for 5 years, because when you get to the point of being a contender for a Super Bowl, your window is only 5 years on average. Go check it out. We had our opportunity in the early 2000s. 2000 AFC Championship, Baltimore, we lost. 2001 Tuck Rule, New England, we lost. 2002 Super Bowl, Tampa Bay, we lost. 5-year window. 5-year window. 49ers, 5-year window closed. What's going to happen to Kansas City? 5-year windows. They just got whooped in the fucking Super Bowl. Not for the first time either, because Tampa Bay whooped their ass too. And if it wasn't for the 49ers, they wouldn't have won 2 Super Bowls. 49ers gave them 2 Super Bowls because they don't know how to win. They can win in the regular season, but not in the postseason. That's what I'm saying about the money. It's not saying if he's a good wide receiver or not. It's about, is he worth the pesos, the euros? Is he worth the cryptocurrency to keep him here? Do we give him 20+ million per year? To keep him here, and we know we drafted his replacement. Everybody knows this. Everybody that's not even in the organization outside looking in sees it. Him and Jack Best are the same type of wide receiver. The only difference is Best is more physical. I'm just saying. More physical. Jacoby Myers' role is to groom Jack Best. Let Jack Best watch him and learn to run these routes and get open and all that shit. Just like Amari Cooper, I believe, was brought here to groom Thornton. Teach Thornton how to be a precise route runner. Because once he gets that under in his toolbox to be an elite route runner, Thornton that is, he will be unstoppable. Unstoppable. Let me get this off here. Let me get my ass up off here, y'all. But hey, man, great conversation. Great show. I thank y'all for pulling up, man. Once again, if this is your first time here, please subscribe to the channel. Hit that like. Hit the notification bell if you want to be notified of all the content I release, even breaking news. Hey, we're countdown, y'all. We are countdown. Countdown till showtime to see exactly what team do we have. What type of team do we have out there on the grass? You feel me? So with that being said, man, you guys enjoy your hump day. Don't let nobody hump you without protection. Because unless you want to bring a lot of more little baby Raiders and Raiderettes into the world, bring them. Bring them. We need more. We need more. But hey, shout out to y'all, man. I appreciate y'all for pulling up. Let me see. Ghost Raider, I 100% agree. Let him, you know what? Let him play out his contract. If he gets out there and balls the fuck out, pay him. Pay him. He just showed the new regime this is what he does. Pay him. And you know Chip Kelly's going to be putting him in position to win those battles out on the field anyway, so his numbers should be better this year. Especially with a run game and a quarterback that can precisely get him the ball. Hey, just show. You ain't got to complain. He ain't complaining. That's one thing I give him. Salute to him. He's a team player. But I'm saying as far as the fans complaining for him, he don't need you to complain for him. He gonna go out there and he's still gonna be the same Jacoby Myers and do his thing. If he goes out there and dominates, pay the man. But you gotta show these people that you can. I can't go by what you did last year. I wasn't here. As far as the coaches go, Chip Kelly wasn't here. Pete Carroll wasn't here. How can I go by what the other motherfucker before me did? I can't judge a woman by her last relationship. Might be a punk ass motherfucker she was with. Or a dude that was abusive. I can only judge you by what you do with me. And that's exactly how this team should play. So with that being said, man, you enjoy your Wednesday. I'm up out of here, man. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Same Raider time, same Raider channel, man. You know what it is. The Lunatic Raider Show. I'm going to see y'all tomorrow. And like I always say about this time, I'm out this bitch. Ha ha.